G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all doing well. In today's video we will be doing our fourth preview of the 2023 NRL season, and today we will be looking at the North Queensland Cowboys. The first part we'll be talking about is how many times the Cowboys will play a team once and twice. And as following, these are the teams that play the Cowboys once: the Knights, Roosters, Storm, Dragons, Raiders, Sea Eagles, Rabbitohs, and Bulldogs. And the teams that play the Cowboys twice as following: the Eels, Dolphins, Titans, Warriors, Sharks, West Tigers, Broncos, and Panthers. For 2023 for the North Queensland Cowboys, they have two 5-day turnarounds, and they have 3 byes this year. Their first bye is not till round 15, so one of the few teams to have one bye just after halfway in 2023. So their byes are rounds 15, round 19, and round 24. Now, the Cowboys will be playing across games from Thursday to Sunday in 2023. They will play 2 Thursday games, 5 Friday games, 12 Saturday games, and 5 Sunday games. Now I'm going to be talking about the teams I'm looking forward to play against the Cowboys in 2023. I'm only going to bring up 2 of them, and the Cowboys will play these 2 teams twice, so bear in mind. So the first one I'm bringing up is against the Brisbane Broncos in the annual local rivalry, local derby rivalry. Now, it's always fun for both teams to play against each other. Now, I'm not a Queensland supporter, or I'm not from Queensland, but I reckon whenever the Broncos and Cowboys play against each other, I reckon this is the best match between the 4 teams. I know I'm talking down about the Dolphins, but because they haven't played a single game yet. But the Broncos and Cowboys will be playing at Suncorp Stadium in round 2. And then their final encounter against each other is in round 23, this time at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Looking very forward to both of these games in 2023. The main local rival derby of Queensland. And the other game or games I'm looking forward to is the Cronulla Sharks. Now, I bring up the Cronulla Sharks because both of these teams, if you recall, in the qualifying final back in 2022, both of these teams had a bloodthirsty classic 93 classic against each other, where the Cowboys just won with a 2-point field goal from Valentine Holmes, with the game resulting 32-30 in favour of the Cowboys at PointsBet Stadium. Now, the first encounter between the two is at PointsBet Stadium, or Shark Park, and that's not till round 9. So I'm very excited to see what happens in the qualifying final rematch between the two. Will Sharks get their vengeance? Who knows? Well, if anyone can beat the, it's very hard for a team to beat the Sharks at PointsBet Stadium, but not the Cowboys. And if you're going to say that the Cowboys can't win in New South Wales, well, shut the fuck up. They can. They play 7 games in New South Wales this year. I reckon they might win 5 or 6 of them, or they might even win all 7. But we'll wait and see. But the other encounter against each other is in round 25 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, and this is the Cowboys' final home game for the 2023 season. I'm in La La Land at the moment. But anyways, the second encounter, we'll wait and see what happens between the two of what's happened after round 9. But looking very excited for both the Broncos and Sharks to play against the Cowboys in 2023. Now I'm going to dive through off the most difficult period for the North Queensland Cowboys, and how I think they will go in 2023. Now, I believe the most difficult part the Cowboys will struggle most likely in 2023 will be during the Origin period between rounds 13 and 17. Now, in rounds 13 to 17, between those rounds, they've got 1 bye in round 15, and then rounds 13 to 17, they will have they will be playing against 4 top 8 teams that finished in the top 8 last year. So first up, they've got the Eels in round 13 at CommBank Stadium. That should be an interesting game. They've got the Storm at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in round 14. Now, the last time these two played each other up there, the Cowboys thrashed them by 30 points, I believe it was, 36-6. And then they got the bye the following week, and then they're taking on the Penrith Panthers at Queensland Country Bank Stadium this time in round 16. Now, these two did play at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in the final round last year, but it was a reserve grade game versus the North Queensland Cowboys as the Panthers pressed the players for that game, and they got thrashed. And then in round 17, back in Sydney at the Core Stadium, they will play the Rabbitohs, my team. Now, I guess you could say you can include the last couple games of 2023 as well, as they will take on their rivals, the Broncos, the Sharks, Dolphins, and Panthers during the last bit of 2023. But you could say that's the most difficult part for the Cowboys, or even both. But I believe between rounds 13 and 17, that's going to be the hardest period for them, as they will have a couple key Origin players playing for State of Origin this year if they get selected. Now, I believe round 13 will be the round where they will get selected. In round 14, they might play or they won't. But we'll have to wait and see. So between rounds 13 and 17, that's when I think the Cowboys will struggle a bit before rebounding towards the end of the towards the end of the season. Excuse me. Now, where do I think the Cowboys will end up in 2023? Now, in 2022, they shocked everyone by finishing in 3rd place, winning a qualifying final down in Sydney against the Sharks, and then just losing to the Parramatta Eels at home, controversially, 24-20 in the preliminary final, just missing out on the grand final. Now, I believe everyone, 99%, was shocked and surprised that the Cowboys finished in the top 4 in 2022, as they finished in the bottom 4 in 15th place in 2021. Now, can the Cowboys do a repeat of 2022 and make the top 4? And I'm going to say, yes, they will. Now, after displaying in 2022 as a surprising team and a dominating team as well, I reckon they can go above and beyond and do better in 2023. Do I think they'll come first? Maybe. Now, I did make a early ladder prediction for me to come first. That could change, but I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens by then. But I believe the Cowboys will make the top 4 in 2023. No doubt about it. They will make the top 8. I'll be surprised if they don't make the top 4. It'd be really shameful if they do not make the top 4. But I hope they do. Now, yeah, sure, they've lost a couple of key players like the Hammer, but that won't affect them, as they're going to bounce back in 2023, go above and beyond, and do a lot more better. Excuse me. But anyways, everyone, this will come towards the end of the NRL preview of the North Queensland Cowboys for the 2023 season. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and if you haven't yet. I'll be doing the remaining 13 teams throughout January, and I'll be starting trials videos at the start of February, just before it starts. But anyways, everyone, I will be releasing another preview at some point tomorrow. I'm not going to say who yet. I'm still got to figure out who I'm going to be doing. Might be a Sydney team this time. But anyways, everyone, I'll see each and every one of you in the next video. Take care.